Yeah, so that's a stipulation is you can't do the final 8 as well as GVG. So
So it's
Thompson's
2 guilds for America's Cup then.
it's 2, yeah.
Who it's what are the 2 guilds? You guys and who's the other guild?
Can we
Is it
say it?
Mali?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, is it illegal to say? Oh, say it.
I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
I like
Oh, yeah,
controversy.
kinda know.
Yeah, say it.
Rugeki already said it, so
Oh
Right.
shit, can't say it. Oh shoot. Oh, you.
We could not, or we could not.
Well, this is we're saying what we speculate it to be because we don't know. You know. Yeah, we have no idea. Yeah. All right, we're in trouble now. Anyways.
Hey, I'm just guessing. No one told me.
Hello everybody from the YouTube channel. Welcome back. Got another podcast going on here today. As you can see, we got some familiar faces and we got a new face as well. We have Raigeki, who was a contestant in SWC. He's pretty predominantly known in the Twitch community as well. Yeah, he's been streaming and starting up to stream as well quite a bit. So good to have you here today, Raigeki. Good to have some
Thanks for having me.
fresh faces on the podcast. Obolongo, of course, Thompson, and of course Roman Fury. Yeah, good to have you guys back and really excited for the podcast here today. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, let's see here. We're gonna just get right into the first topic. Yeah, topic number 1. We're gonna talk about a little bit about Summoners War Optimizer. It's something that we really haven't discussed in the past, and the reason why I want to bring it up, it's back, right? The reason why I want to bring it up is because last week something happened on one of the updates, and we were unable to export data for Summoners War Optimizer, right? And this kind of brought up the topic, but I know things are fixed now. But what do you guys think about Summoners War Optimizer? What's good about it? What do you enjoy about it? And what can be improved in terms of in-game so that maybe we don't need, Summoners War Optimizer, right? Something that we can kind of discuss here and talk about. Go ahead.
Thompson had like a full-blown panic attack when that went down. Like his whole world was shattered.
Hey, that was private, all right. I can play the game
okay.
without optimizer.
Okay.
I don't use Optimizer.
I don't use Optimizer either.
Doesn't
I
affect me.
absolutely use it. I need it desperately.
Saves you a lot of
Definitely.
time, right?
Yeah, and I mean I'm just not
Yeah,
that
it
good.
I'm really, really, really bad with numbers, so I really need visually, like, to see, all the runes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of runes, I can see why you need it. I don't.
So if you guys you don't know, Summoners War Optimizer is I would say it's a third-party program. Is that the right thing to say? Where you export your data, so it's not changing any of the data or codes in the game. You're exporting your data. You're taking those numbers or whatever that data is, that information, you're plugging into this thing called Summoners War Optimizer. From there, you can, obviously there's different, equations and things that can help you to optimize and figure out different rune builds that work best, or the best possible rune builds for, certain stats that you're looking for units. So it's helped out a lot of players to really, like people say, optimize their accounts. So yeah. Do you use it quite a bit, Obolongo?
No, I don't use it. But I can see how it's good for, like, if you do all the contents, it helps a lot with, like, siege builds and stuff. Because since RDA is so top-heavy, like, if you know your best runes, you don't really need it that much.
Did you just say it's good for siege?
Yeah. That's what I said.
hate you right
Like-
now.
How's it
mean-
good for Siege?
Because, like, you know all your best runes, but you don't really care about your mediocre runes.
True.
And, I mean, at least for me, I rune up my siege units with mediocre runes. But, like, all my top runes I know, so I don't really need the optimizer to, like, figure out the builds that I need.
Thompson needs it because he doesn't have anything except super premium runes.
He's
yeah,
got
that's
too
true.
many.
I think big shout out to the Xandro guy. He's the guy that like made the program, and also like the Come To Us community. And I think they worked together to try to get the program working again. And it was a big issue. And he was all over like Reddit and stuff like that, trying to get and he was really open with his note to the Come To Us developers. And they went back and forth and got the whole thing working again. So it's pretty cool. He showed them I guess how many people actually uses it, and how important it was to the Summoners War community. And they acknowledged that and brought it back. So that was super cool, right?
Yeah, that's super nice. Moving on to the second portion of this kind of topic here. what do you think we can take from Summoners or Optimizer, from those of you guys that use it, or even if you don't use it, what can we suggest? Because, you know, I'd like to say that the rune management is, of course, a lot of people are going to flame it and be like, it's not that good, right? But it's definitely improved to where it is now from, oh my god, back in the day, you remember runing up back in the day? Such a pain, man. You got to go through each and every single one. So it's better now, but what kind of aspects can we improve about it, like to make it better, so maybe players that, you know, don't have to, you know, use Summoners or Optimizer can just play the game and just use the resources in the game to rune up a little bit better? What are some things?
So I would really like to see in all stages of a rune, like when you get it to when it's like plus 12, I'd really like to see something in the rune that can measure the efficiency of it, because I think that's one of the most helpful things with SWOP is like knowing how efficient your monster is, because I feel like those really high levels of play, it's that, you know, 2 to 5% difference that makes, you know, all the difference, really. So I think if you had something in the rune that told you like how efficient it is when you get it, or its potential, or as it was rolling, so that would kind of help you make more informed decisions as you're going.
That's actually true. I forgot that efficiency thing's kind of a nice thing to have, right? Being able to see that number also is kind of fun to flex it. You know what I mean? I don't know actually if you'll be your what you call your guildmates or other people can see it though. Maybe it'll just be something exclusive for yourself, but it'd be nice to see it. Any suggestions from you, Regeki, since you don't use Summoners Optimizer, right? You just kind of, you know, go with the flow when you're runing up things. Is there something you see that would be better?
So what they could implement in Summoner Wars?
Yeah, for the rune management, like what can they
They could I noticed there was like a turn order like tuning thing for SWOP.
Oh.
They could kind of do it for Summoner Wars. So you don't have to like test it out in Arena or TOA what the exact turn order is. Right, like the speed leader and all the towers.
Right.
Like people may try to tune their team, and like base speed is a thing, so they don't want to do that math. Maybe I don't know.
Right, true. That would actually be pretty smart. And leading off of that, I think something cool that they already implemented in the Dimension Hole was the testing thing, right? I'd like to see that, but for regular dungeons. I think because then, you know, even if they don't have like the equations or the speed tuning, whatever thing, at least you can test it and it doesn't cost you anything, right? To test it. Yeah, the different speeds of units. Aside from that, more filters, you guys think would be nice, right? Maybe to filter out legendary runes, somebody said. Would be kind of interesting to have.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You have to make sure it doesn't get too deep though, because then people kind of new into it would start to get really confused, I feel like. You know, if like you add in a bunch of different filters and sub filters with the whole rune management system, then it's a little like, I feel like it would push a large part of the player base away.
Oh, because it's too confusing.
Right. Like if you just want to do things a little bit more simply.
Huh, that actually might be a reason why they haven't fully invested more time into updating it, to be honest. Something that I've been suggesting and pushing for a long time, I don't know what your guys' thoughts on it, is marking, right? Just like little marks, like a circle, a square, a triangle, and a star. And we can use that however we want to mark the rune, right? Like maybe Thompson, you mark runes that, you know, that need to be reapped, right? Or you mark them a certain way. But I think that would be really nice to have, right? Being able to mark different things, favorite runes, yeah, would be really, really nice. So much easier to go through and find targets.
Yeah, and kind of on that note, like being able to lock runes, because I still like dread the day where I'm like somehow gonna engrave a rune over another rune.
Yeah, those long nights when you're in bed, almost sleeping, doing just a little bit more runs, and then you accidentally click it. Oh man, yeah, locking runes would be big. What'd you say?
So like I feel like efficiency is kind of like intangible. Sometimes like you just rune up a monster good and the efficiency just comes out. So efficiency is important, but not that important. Same as the speed tuning thing. It's not that important because people could just test it out themselves, right? But what will be important is if you could put a program in the game where you could put like, all right, I want my monster at like 280 speed or 300 speed or 250 speed, and how many permutations I have of that speed, because that's what everybody uses Optimizer for, and how many different sets and combinations of runes I could get, I could do to get there, right? That's what Optimizer is for.
Right. Okay. I mean, but going along with Roman said, though, if it gets too confusing like that, people might stray away. So do you think maybe making a second tab in rune management called Advanced would be something that would be worth it?
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
If the topic is to try to get Optimizer onto the game, then that's what that's the optimizer in a nutshell, right?
True.
But if I'm being honest, I think that would be like worse than it is now. I mean, because now you can have your rune optimizer on your computer and farm on the side. I think it would be worse to like have to do all your optimizing and runing.
I have
On
no
your phone?
problem with it on the computer. I was
More than
sometimes
being on a
sit in front of the computer more than I play the game itself. So
No, but
And
he's saying,
it looks
he's saying
like-
if you do it on your phone, it might be a lot harder to do on your phone than on your computer.
of course, I think
Yeah.
it will be a lot harder. That's why it's on the computer. It's Excel. It's pretty much kind of like a
End of the
Yeah,
day,
it
I
looks
guess-
like-
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like ComTOS wants rune optimizer to be a thing.
Yeah, they haven't said
Like
anything
especially
wrong
with
it.
yeah, and they did like pull back the changes, so it will work again.
So maybe they're just sitting there. Maybe after talking about this, CompTIA is just sitting there like, hey, we don't have to invest any time or money and resources. We just have to make sure that they can extract the right data, and then we don't even have to do anything. So true. Actually, maybe they don't need to do anything then. Right. Okay. That's true. But I still want markings because I think that's something that we need. Marking. the
Yeah, that would be
runes.
nice.
Yeah, personal markings are needed, and I don't think that's that hard or that much programming to integrate.
I don't think when Summoner's War came out, that Summoner's War themselves even know how big runes are going to be part of this game. Like now people are hitting like 3,000, 2,000 runes, you know?
Right.
So back in the days, you probably don't need it because the game is kind of fresh. It just started. And everyone has about like 500, 1,000 runes. But people got like triple, quadruple that because all they do is sell packs, re-apps, and memorial stones every
Right.
single month, right? And people are collecting more and more runes. And I think they do need to implement something to organize that.
Yeah. I heard that they're going to be teaming up. This is actually like underground information though, but they're going to be teaming up with the Summoners War Optimizer guy, and they're going to be charging a $99.99 to start using the optimizer moving forward. Hey, as funny as that is, if they did that, you would still buy it, would you not? For $10 a month, you would still use it.
It would also
I'm
be
giving them bad ideas now.
It would also be cool if they figure out how to create more space with grindstones, like what DJ KJK said last week.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that would be cool because they're selling so much immemorial packs, and every special packs has like these type of immemorial stuff, and everyone's grindstones is exceeding like their limits, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Go ahead.
especially with like dimensional with the new ancient grinds.
Oh, yeah,
Like
that's
since
true.
they're limited, you have to keep them, and they take a lot of space as well.
That too, but I think the biggest part would be people start keeping like rare grinds, you know, just keeping the blue violent grinds and putting it into their storage, right? That's infinite.
Right. And I think like how they implemented that new Rainbow Mon storage thing. I think because the reason why they're not, you're wondering why don't they just give us more space, right? It's their server capacity, right? I wonder
course.
if like the way they programmed it, that new Rainbow Mon storage actually makes it so it's less space that it takes up. So that's why DJ's idea of making a storage for the root or the grinds would be a great idea, right? Minimizing the amount of data that's required per account, right? Because that's their biggest issue is space. They need to have the space to do it, or else they'll do it, dude. Honestly. All right, some good topics here about swaps and something that you guys can look into if you guys have never used swap before either. And yeah, we think we gave some great suggestions and discussions about this of runings, since it's definitely a very big portion of the game. Very, very big portion of the game. We're gonna move on to topic number 2. Topic number 2 is, of course, people are gonna be asking because it just came out last night. New summer packs. Is it worth what to choose? And then, segueing from that, I'm gonna have a secondary question there of, breaking down what are the best packs in the entire game that we've seen. But let's start off with the new packs. Is it worth? Is it not? And what to choose? Anybody?
Already gone on my account. I got
Yeah, me too.
I got the Devilmons and Reaps. That's what I chose.
Oh, Devilmon and Reaps. What about legendary? Oh, I guess since you don't need that many more runes, I feel the legendary runes is more valuable on the big pack. No.
I don't think so because you could buy that with the monthly. You could buy 3 of those or more, right?
Oh, but Devilmon is scarce resource. Okay,
Yeah.
true. True.
Yeah,
Same
now
with
that
the
Rune
Memorial,
Pack
you
has
kind of farm
the
it.
blessing, like you can choose between one or the other. The monthly Rune Pack is like less of a
Oh, I didn't think about that.
incentive to choose runes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, there's no blessing box. If they made
Thank
that
you, right.
6 blessing boxes, okay, that's a different story actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. So Devilmons might be the best thing because I was suggesting big pack, the runes and the reabs, and then after
Or
that,
the
small pack.
memorials are bad too. Aren't bad because I know people with like 60 Devilmons and stuff like that.
Right.
I took the reapps and the purple memorials for the small, and then reapps and although I wouldn't suggest this for most people, I did take the LDs for the big. I did hit a lightning and I got a dupe Fae, but I wouldn't suggest going with that honestly.
Yeah, I guess in hindsight, it's valuable. Yeah, so I guess general consensus is don't take the scrolls ever, unless you know.
Oh, I will
obviously know
always
you're
take
gonna
the
get
LD.
something.
It could be like negative value, and I'll be like.
But
LD.
same with the scrolls. They sell the scrolls. You could buy as much as you want, the light and dark scrolls, but
True.
they don't sell them.
I buy as much as I just need them.
This guy, this guy, he buys like 20 scrolls a day. No joke. Light and dark.
Give this man a what are you looking for? Ragdoll, Artemil.
Any of the best 5, not the garbage I've been pulling for the last 9.
Yeah, you have all the middles, right? The middle
every
nat
month?
fives and the lows.
I don't even.
Every
that's
month
very
he pulls
complimentary.
the LD Nat 5. Every month. Or 2.
I still have less than you. I think I have like 9. You have more than that.
It's okay. I'm not competing with you. You're gonna out L&D me in like 2 weeks. So yeah.
Yeah, I have like all the mid to like bad. Like I have the Eleanor and Julianne, and that's about as far as it goes. Like
That's your
2
best ones.
Shans. Yeah, I have 2 Shans, a Jaeger, a Trinity, a Thabay, a Zerath now. Is that 9? Yeah.
Yeah,
Terrible.
you need the Ragdolls, the Giannas, the Yunhongs, the Patter.
I just need the Thompson luck where they'll buff any of your bad ones. That's what I
But
need.
like I'm not like I think you're kind of sick, man. Like you see your account like imperfect, but your account is actually perfect. But like
That's
like,
right.
you
I
feel
forgot
like
I
if you
got
don't have
Legend
every
in
monster in the
RTA
game,
season.
it's imperfect. It's not true, man.
Look, I'm 1 elemental Nat 5 away from my Pokedex.
You're still
I'm done.
summoning. It's crazy.
I am.
Wait, what are
I
you
am.
missing? What are you missing for your one?
You have an
The
issue,
fire
man.
druid. I've hit 2 water druids since that, but I need the fire druid. That's the last one I
Oh
need.
my gosh, dude. Yeah, we've had some people on stream finish their Pokédex in I think much less scrolls than you. So I mean, it's luck of the draw as well. It's luck of the draw, man. Yeah, we had one time where the guy was missing 7 Nat 5s. I did 1,000 scrolls and we hit 3 of them. That was
that's pretty
nuts,
insane.
dude. That's so nuts. But anyways, back to the topic here. I guess so. Summer packs, it's the not good values are the scrolls unless you want them, right? That's your personal choice. And then after that, in terms of Devilmons, runes, reapps, grinds, it looks like general consensus is reapps are that solid good value. The other ones are player's choice, right? You're earlier on in the game, 6 legendary runes, violent. That could be easy DB10 for you, right? Compared to Devilmon, right? That you don't need. So depends on where you are in the game where you'll choose that, but. Pretty good value pack if you're looking to spend that amount. That's how I like to say it because it's true, right? Everybody that says it's not worth it is people that don't ever buy packs anyways, so can't take your opinion too seriously because you don't buy packs, you don't value it, right? But it's good value if you're looking to buy those packs. Just want to quickly talk about this. What do you think the best value packs that were given out in the game ever were? Just or best value packs you think people can buy?
Transcendence, obviously.
Cheapest Nat 5, right?
I would
Yeah.
actually say growth packs. They were really good.
There's a
Growth
lot of
packs are pretty
crystals,
cool.
right?
Yeah, growth packs.
Anything else?
Yeah, the ones where it's like 1750. and
Anything
that's
with
like
reapps
150 a
is
day.
worth buying.
Anything with reapps is worth buying.
The new Memorial update is pretty sick, honestly.
What's the new MMR update?
No more blues.
It doesn't give blues anymore. It's purples and up.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
It's nuts. Yeah, it was really strong for me.
Wow, because even the flats,
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like, oh, I'll leave it there because I need to hit that rune that has those flat stats, right? And try to max it.
Right.
So it's valuable. Oh.
Yeah.
It felt like the legend rate went up as well on the
It did.
memorials.
I got 4
it
legends
did?
in 1 pack.
What?
4 legends.
It has to have. Yeah, I got 4 legends in 1 pack. I think total I got 18 legends out of the 10 packs.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think I averaged above 2 as well on all my packs.
It's crazy.
That's pretty good.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Because the chance for it to get upgraded, right? Like a blue could have become a purple. Now it's 5 purples that could become legendary. So, that's why.
All right, so Rogeki.
So while Obabo and Roman was cooking,
Yeah.
I bricked really hard on the packs.
You bricked really hard?
Bricked so hard.
Like bricked hard and trying to get legends or purples? Because I'm sure you got purples.
No,
but you
just
still did it,
everything. Like flat defense, flat attack. Like it was just brick after brick after brick. And then I got like 4 attack enchants, heroes. and they all hit 7-7-7-7. It was
Okay.
I bricked hard.
Still gotta roll them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunate, but hopefully your luck turns around. That means you're due for something soon. Yeah, LD time, man. Coming up for you soon.
I got 3 purple speeds and 2 legend speeds. That was pretty sick.
Thompson with the patter for SWC coming up.
Nah.
But yeah, Rageki. I know you don't buy a lot of packs, right? Do you? Like, do you spend a crazy amount in the game? Not crazy, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Do you find the daily packs valuable? Like, do you still buy those on the daily? Because that's something that people say is like.
I don't even buy the daily 1 pack anymore.
What?
I don't farm enough to make it worth.
That's definitely the best value in the game,
You
by the way,
see,
that
like-
$5 pack.
Now we know, right? If you bought the daily
don't-
pack 1, you would have made it through the group stage. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. You know I had to set you up for that.
Actually, that's after.
True.
That's
true.
when I decided to stop buying it.
Damn.
Okay.
If you guys didn't know, Rageki was a part of the tournament, and he didn't have the greatest showing. I was really hoping he was gonna pull
sure
out
they
some
didn't
fun
know.
units, dude. Some funny. I was waiting for him to pull up Platy and whatnot. I was very excited to.
What are
see
you
his,
known for? Do you have like what? I don't know. Like
Yeah, I slayed a lot of Art of Rag with Body Harmonia. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say like 70-75% win rate.
He makes it look
Yeah.
so easy. Like I watch him when he's doing RTS with Platy. He
I'm
makes
being
it
a
look
bit
so
humble.
easy.
Maybe 80 plus. Yeah, 80
Platy
plus.
Harmonia, right? You like to use those two a
Right.
lot, which is a lot more untraditional than what a lot of other people draft.
The trick is just don't put crit rate in Harmonia Platy.
Oh, true. Yeah.
The passives don't proc.
Actually true. All right. So yeah, we discussed about the summer packs, what's worth it, what's not, and packs in general. Pretty good discussion. Speaking of SWC, let's move on to topic number 3. Topic number 3 is gonna be about Group D. Yeah, this past weekend. Yeah. What did you enjoy? What did you not? What do you think of the results? Anything to talk about SWC Group D that happened this weekend?
I was actually rooting for Faint Memory
Same.
and Topa, yeah, and but yeah, they
Topa
played
made it.
all really well, huh?
I didn't
Topa
actually
made
get
it.
to see every single detail. So, was there anything that you want to tell me or other people that didn't get to watch that much of it? I watched some parts of it. I was really busy during that time when it was live, and I haven't got to see it yet.
I know a lot of times Faint sacrificed like violent procs for speed, and that's why he never procs.
I see.
He usually brings like 2 or 3 Swift units every game.
I see. Did he get unlucky?
And it hurts his team. It hurts his team so much when the Daphnis doesn't kill off a unit or leaves the unit half dead. It's like, or does an armor break. It's tough, tough for him to come back from that.
Did he get luck sacked or what? Or did he?
Yes.
He did.
Still a yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
By far.
I mean, in a few matches, like deciding matches, he got luck sacked.
That kind of sucks.
It felt pretty bad.
What were the results anyways? I heard that both Topa and Faint didn't make it past the first round or the first elimination, right? They both got knocked out by Truffle Salad and
Yeah, that was pretty surprising.
Michael, yeah, that was. I saw that. I saw the result. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Michael Yan actually did real well. He just had a weird draft like once or twice, I think, out of all matches. Which was surprising because like no one talked about him in the group.
We talked about him last week, and everybody was putting him as the underdog and whatnot. So I guess he performed.
We
very
weren't
well.
really putting him as underdog, but like Faint is right there,
He's just less
like,
known.
confident and talking shit, so it's like you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, like he's right there. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I think Michael Yen's better than you, right? But it's because he was right there. It's like hard to like,
This
you
is what
gotta
this
give
is
him
for,
face.
man. I need
Okay,
this. We need
he's
the
not here now.
banters.
I know, but
not
like
in
I was saying, like last week, it's not like I weren't rooting for Michael Yen or we were talking. He was an underdog coming in. He was not an underdog coming in, and we were all saying that because Faint Memory was right there.
You should just say it. Just say it. Yeah.
I mean, I play against both of them often in Arena. RTA, and yeah, they're both good.
So was
I
the
love-
matches live up to the Group D that we were looking to see? What happened to Topa? I didn't even see his matches at all. I just know he got knocked down and he made it past and beat Faint. go back.
I don't think you could give like Topa the Ganymede, Hathor, Young Hong like his like bread and butter. Like here, take all the control units. I don't think he could do that, but yeah, he came out of it. So congrats to him.
Antares. Oh, was Antares a big factor this weekend? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think it was the most fun group stage so far, and there was a lot of Antares.
Oh man.
Like
Toxic.
for both Topaz and Faint's first set, like they had almost identical drafts, and they both didn't ban Antares, and they both got wrecked by it. So I was surprised that neither banned it.
I've been saying on stream that we need Antares nerf.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch though. Yeah, you just don't want it to fight against it, right? But watching it is quite entertaining.
It's not that Antares needs a nerf. I understand like he might not need a nerf, but it's like you don't feel good losing to Antares. You know what I mean? Or like those like also Josephine, like you don't feel good when Josephine procs and you lose to that too, right? Like those two units, like you know.
Yeah, it's not like when you're peacefully asleep by Hathor and like die by 1,000 cuts. It's not the same thing.
Literally,
Yeah,
true.
because that feels so much better.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because you don't have Hathor, but then everyone that has Hathor like loves winning or losing by that, you know?
Oh man. So we just need a
Yeah, I just listened to it in the car. I was driving
Yeah.
like for like 7 or 8 hours during the group, so I just listened. But it sounded fun. It was exciting to listen to. I got to really appreciate the commentary even more.
Yeah, they're getting real, into their zone now.
I've been enjoying
fun.
Chris's
So it's
newfound
good,
savageness.
dude. Yeah, first couple are kind of like, oh, welcome to SD. I mean, it was still really good, but it's just smoothing out now, and they're just like, this is them. They're just doing it, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right after
I
Chris,
thought Chris was pretty
watched
funny.
Peter Young
Yeah, Chris is always
Yeah.
funny.
start roasting.
Yeah, just like, don't fill out that visa. Like I was like, oh damn, okay. Like it was pretty great.
Yeah, I think he's just throwing in some trolls in there, which kind of makes it fun. Those little commentaries, spices it up a little bit. Yeah, men's more with the Twitch community. Twitch is always kind of memey, So I think he's catering to that a little bit as well, which is nice and fun to listen to.
Yeah.
What about the rest of America's Cup? So does anybody know the exact breakdown? I don't have it in front of me. Do you know the exact America's Cup players? Obviously Thompson, right? What are the other ones?
It's Thompson, Joseph.
Topa.
That's Group A.
Wait,
Group A was
Sai.
Thompson, Joseph, and
Thompson,
then there's
Joseph.
Sai.
Silence.
Silent
Who
and
was
Michael Yan.
Silent and Michael Yan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
it's who else was in? Who else was
Kill
in
and
Group
two,
C?
Sai, Tiger.
Oh yeah.
So
Silent.
Tiger made it. Yeah, Tiger. That's all of it, right?
Oh man, this is gonna be a pretty good America's Cup, man. But I mean, as expected, right? You're gonna get some of the
I
top
just wanna say-
players.
The top 4 from last year all made it except Josh.
Oh, true, true. There's the names. Thanks,
Savage.
B. Thompson, Joseph, Tree, JLN2. What's JLN2? Who's JLN2?
The ragdoll guy.
Oh.
JLN2.
Yeah. Tiger, Silent, Michael Yan. So who's the new ones? JLN2 is new, right? Like first time like on stage, right? Because this is gonna make a factor, right? Thompson's gonna go on stage like, yeah, this is my jam, this is my normal, right?
The
And
Swift
these guys are
Ager
like-
guy.
Yeah, these are the first times for these guys. So JLN2, Silent, Michael Yan are all new. So we'll see how they fare being on stage, right? And being a little bit nervous as well. Yeah. I'm excited for this. I'm really excited. I'm really happy that Comp2 also invited me to attend the America's Cup, so it should be a lot of fun being able to watch it. And I heard a lot of people are coming down. You're coming down too, right, Rageki? Right? There's
yeah.
There's like a lot of people that are gonna be making their way down or thinking about making their way down to the America's Cup, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, it should be great.
I want to say this.
Sure.
Truffle Salad is a really good player, man. Like I was getting, like people were making fun of me because he got a game off me. He beat Emte. He got that far on the group stages. He's a really good player, man. Yeah. Same with Invictus. Like they're tough competitors.
Salad Gang, I'm sure is what they're
Yeah,
trying to say.
Salad was
Salad
just,
is
really
was
good.
just one game away.
One
Twice.
game. I know.
One
Whoa.
game away.
Like
Feels
one
really
proc
bad.
away, right? It wasn't even one game. He was like one proc away from the whole thing.
I
And
still
Emte
love
was
this
really
salad.
good, and he beat Emte too. So that's crazy.
I love this Salad Gang meme, dude. Yeah, it's like anybody that says it, you just walk around, you just randomly
Rip
hear,
Salad Gang.
What's Salad Gang? Salad Gang, Salad Gang, Salad Gang, Salad Gang. Solid gang.
I still don't get it, but okay.
You just say it, right? You just say
The
it.
dude
And
is
everybody
good
else
player.
just says it.
It's just a fan base for truffle salad.
Yeah, fan base, baby. All right, so exciting Group D. That's the final group for America's Cup. Is EU over already, Obolongo, or is it coming up this weekend? The last one. It's already over, right?
No, I'm playing it today on Sat.
Oh,
It's the
Today?
last group.
yeah, last group for America's. For
No,
EU
not
Cup.
today. On Saturday.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Who are you up against?
I'm up against DGP, Serpolita, and Stoned.
Okay, that should be interesting. I'm curious to see how DGP does. Haven't really
Yeah.
seen a lot from him since winning the last year's regionals, right? So interesting. Gonna be fun to watch that. There's some LD
Like-
5s in that pool.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
Like
yours
me
too,
and
right?
DGP are.
Do you feel like you're at a disadvantage because you stream and they don't?
I mean, a little bit, but I could also have like use stuff on my stream to make them think I rely on something.
Oh,
when I really don't.
behind the Inception.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you do.
Like not using Han effectively in G3 RTA because now you're gonna pop
Yeah,
it out,
exactly.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I know, dude. I know. All right. So yeah, some exciting stuff. Really excited for these tournaments and whatnot. I think Comptus is doing a good job, and a lot more to see coming up here. We're into these America's Cup regionals, into the finals in Paris, right in October. So it's all coming up real soon.
Wait, Obabo, did you just say you beat me with your troll team?
Nah, I wouldn't say that was a troll team. Nah.
Okay. By the way, Obabo beat me with Lauren, and now I'm building one. Lauren's so good.
I've been
I
seeing
got
a
it.
lot of people dropped it.
Yeah.
And,
I got wrecked by Lauren in SWC.
Yeah. What's the base speed again for her? It's actually okay, right? That's why people are so able to take that first turn with her pretty effectively.
Yeah, it's 103,
I
I,
got-
think.
Oh,
Wrecked
okay.
so hard by Lauren today. So
103 or 102.
It typically goes first, right? It's right in most drafts. You're drafting it to go first. I
Yeah, it's
haven't really
either
used it
Swift
myself.
or Fastest Vile. It's one of those,
Oh, wow.
depending on the rest of your comp.
Am I in the middle today?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the podcast today.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like, I mean, I've been seeing some people use Lauren and watching as well. I haven't used it myself though, but it's quite interesting to see. It looks like people like it because it's been working consistently, right? That's a major thing if a unit is good or not, right? Base stats, what it does, and consistency, and it's been pretty consistent, right? Against.
I'll show you this replay. I got like 3v1, 3v4.
Oh,
It's
okay. All right.
replay.
You are in the middle, so it's the perfect time for it.
Yeah, but you guys,
What?
you guys go on and talk. I will.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the podcast is moving pretty good today in terms of the flow because we're moving right into our fourth topic, which is our normal buffs and nerfs. Any unit you want to talk about, any unit that you've been seeing, you've been playing with, you want to discuss, feel free to share it now.
Those units.
Oh, these
Yes.
units right here. Ah, okay.
To
So
get a nerf.
let's go ahead and nerf all these units that we have right in front of us here. Right in front here. Let's see this replay here.
My list of units will be buffed as well.
Thank you for displaying these units for us. Quite nice.
I mean, like, this is why I'm building a Lauren, man.
Look at
You'll see the Lauren is so good. Yeah, but you guys keep talking. This could just be like background noise.
No, I want to watch this. I want to watch exactly what's
Oh,
happening here.
it's just me getting wrecked, man. Not fun to watch.
You got wrecked by this?
Yes, I lost.
Lord, how did you not stun it?
By a bunch of like 3 stars and 4
Oh, no,
stars.
you didn't stun it.
I took L, all right. People lose, man.
Yeah, it's probably just gave a little bit too much attack gauge to him. Oh wait, I mean you're looking good. Oh, you didn't crit. Did you miss a crit?
I think
It
Gianna
doesn't
can.
matter, man. It just
Just
it's just the strength of Lauren. Look, oh my God, so good. Lauren's so good. I want one. I've been farming Light Dungeon all day for a Lauren.
Wow.
Lauren's so good.
Dude, okay, she's good, but I think I know what I see is better. 22% is better in this situation.
No, but like, regardless, her cooldowns are short. She has a good passive. She's
dude,
a
she
good
moved twice
monster.
every turn. What the hell? Of course she's good.
I've also been
She's like
testing out. Yeah, sorry, Obabo. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say she's like a support ager. Pretty much how you play her.
Yeah, she's really good. Support Asia, but doesn't crit, so she's good against like
Yeah.
the ragdolls and Artemil and stuff.
Dude, I've seen
Um,
your opponent proc literally 6 times already across the front.
it-
oh
there
my
it goes.
god, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
Dude, she's
Procs
procking a
happen, but-
lot, dude.
Also, I've been testing
What the
out
hell
the
again?
water. Also, with the extra devil mons I bought, I skilled up the water fairy, and like every time you see a fire vampire, bringing the water fairy is a pretty good counter for it.
Oh, okay.
Took an L there. Yeah. So you guys keep talking. This could just be like background noise.
No, that was an interesting match, man. You definitely got a little bit. I think you would have actually not lost as hard with a couple less procs. I think from your opponent's side, especially the vert proc. Yeah.
Okay, so
so
random question. Do you think with you saw how in the last patch they were talking about a Jaeger change and then they reverted it? Do you think that means they're not going to do anything to it, or do you think they're going to come out with like a really awesome buff?
So it's supposed
Which I
to
hope.
right?
I think they got to do something. They never do that. Like if they make a mistake or they want to rechange it or rethink it, they still come out with it. So it should be in the next one. I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
don't
think they'll re-roll it out?
I feel
see.
bad for. Okay, you can go.
Oh no.
That was it.
That was it. Mhm.
Yeah, like the Jaeger buff. Like
The
everyone
what?
said,
The
it
what?
was
The what
nerf,
unit?
but
The what?
Jaeger.
Jaeger? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaeger. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Jaeger buff. Like people made it out to be a nerf when it wasn't really a nerf. So I feel bad for the Jaeger owners because that was like a very big buff for him in terms of usability and for what he's supposed to go against.
It was
But then
supposed
everyone
to-
said it was a nerf.
It was supposed to stack easier, right? Or a lot quicker, is what I heard.
It's a nerf to some scenarios.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
but not for like the situations where you want him in.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, this made it so even though you were against like CC, which you pick him against, he's still gonna stack up even though they focus him. It just takes longer to stack.
Yeah,
It gives him
Thompson
like a new
yells at me
stacking mechanic.
every time I talk about picking a Jaeger.
I don't yell at anybody, man.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Do you have a Jaeger,
I don't have a Jaeger. No.
Robin?
Yeah, of course it's a bad unit. Of course I have it.
Imagine you're one color away from the. Imagine you're one color away from the best unit in the game. That.
Yeah, I know. I was
Oh,
excited until somebody was like, "Rip wrong color," and I was like,
I feel you, brother.
Hey,
Whole life.
maybe it will
Every
just...
time I summon a Chasun, I feel like that.
Listen, don't make me go feed a bunch of mollies, okay?
They should make it reverse, right? Every time you don't crit, it reduces your opponent's attack gauge by 10%.
Yeah.
So when you don't crit, you lose 10% attack gauge for your entire team. That would be
Every time
toxic.
Every time I summon a Chasun, I'm like, oh my god, should have been a light and dark scroll. Get my young.
Nah, dude. It's messing with your head, bro. All right, any other units here that we want to kind of talk about this week? I mean, we can go dive more into Lauren. You know, one other thing to note about her is she has no elemental disadvantage. That's so nice, man. When applying buffs and debuffs, that's so nice. It's
Are we
really
talking
nice.
about buffs and nerfs right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weekly buff and nerf discussion is where we're at.
Oh, Lauren got touched.
It's gonna be the Dragon Knights and the Eladriel aerial, right? Still, I don't think like Comtos want to touch on them too much because of the tournaments, but I think they're gonna get us more significant buff later on, right?
But we talked
I
about
think-
Elad as well. He's better now for PvE, right? It's
Right, the
nicer.
Japans, man,
What?
the freaking Japans. Did you see like every time you bring in Daphnis, they just bring in Eladriel in the SWC
Oh no,
Yeah,
I didn't see that
every
one.
time.
I actually didn't see that. I guess it counters it. You can't really snipe a Elad with a Daphnis.
Yeah, and they're always off will, and they're just there just for one purpose, to counter Daphnis.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
Interesting.
I mean, thing is, Elad can like be better than Triana in a lot of situations. So I don't think Elad really needs another buff, because like he brings strip while
True.
Triana
I
brings.
think Elad
one
could
turn.
use another buff, just a little bit, you know.
Okay, so if we go like off on that tangent, like with the
Okay.
Wusa buff or like Wounsa buff and Elad buff, I think it's time for Nigong to get a buff, because he kind of lost his identity now when there's like 5 other units that can
That's really awesome.
AoE revive.
That's pretty off.
Is it?
Can I
Like
get a
his
Laura
Dark
buff?
Brother got a buff, and Elad can now AoE revive, and like the Light Pixie Second Awakening can AoE revive. So I think it's time.
So he
I think
needs to
they
be able
should,
to. He needs to be able to.
They're the worst LND Nav 5 reviver than Light Pioneer.
Now
What is
Kraka is good.
Kraka's worse,
really
man.
good.
Cracker's
Kraka is
good.
insanely good.
Cracker's so good. Cracker's good.
So good, like so good.
Above average. There, you have average. You have above average LD Nat 5s. I think it's above average.
You have to
Like-
put crit rate into her. You know that, right?
It's running like an
That's
Ethna.
100 crit rate gone.
It's a
Like that's
tanky Ethna.
100 stats.
I mean, that's a small price to pay for having Shatter, I would say. Like, Shatter is such a good skill.
I love Shatter. It's so good. And
They're
does
both
she,
not
should
good.
she,
Can we
does she
settle
set up your cooldowns so that you can use, right? You have invincibility and your cooldowns are ready again, right? Or no? Am I thinking of a different unit?
Yeah, your cooldowns are ready.
Yeah. What the hell?
Since we're talking about buffs and nerfs, I really want to say one thing I've been keeping in my heart for a really long time, and I really like it that Come To Us comes out with new monsters that are like not over super crazy buffs. You know, like the druids came out, but they weren't crazy super strong. And like I know a lot of companies like don't call me gay or anything, but I know like Zoom Zoom, right?
You
I
didn't
play
even
the
say it
Zoom
right.
Zoom Zoom. It's the little it's a
Zoom
Disney
Zoom.
game, the Disney puzzle game, right? Every time they come out with like new monsters, they're like overtuned, overpowered, right? So you have to like spend like $200 every time they come out with a new monster
You
to
have-
keep up with the meta, right?
We don't know
But
what you're
some
talking
of the
about. I
dwarves
never
do
played
that.
this
That's-
game before, but okay. Nah, I did play
Do,
Zoom
do you
Zoom
not
before.
see like
I
Disney
played
have
it. I
all those
played it.
like?
Yes, I
okay,
played
yeah,
it.
yeah.
The one where you like with those orbs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
Anyway. Yes,
I used to be so addicted to that game, dude.
I'm addicted to it too, but like it's hard to keep up, man, because like every few weeks they come out with like new monsters, right? And they're always super strong, and then you nerf them later on. So
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah, I really like it that like they make new monsters, but you don't have to spend like $2,000, $10,000 to summon all of them and like to keep up with the meta. You know, that's super duper cool.
Right, right. True. Yeah, I actually haven't played it in a while though, but yeah, I would like to play that again. That's a fun like mini game to play. It's like a minute games.
I think the last like gotta have it unit when it came out was Bulwark. Like you just immediately needed it kind of thing, or like wanted it. It was that insane.
Bulwark's
I think
good.
Bulwark was absolutely nuts when he first came out.
I think Bulwark's good against Centaurus too. So I mean
think
that kind of helps.
People figured out how to deal with it now, though.
Yeah, I don't
Now, yeah, but I'm talking about when he dropped.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
True.
If you're talking about like gotta have them units right away, like I summoned like 50 something Nat 5s before I got Bulwark. Like once he came out, I was on a mission.
Is there a reason why we don't see that many Bulwarks in SWC?
Because he's conditional.
Very conditional, huh?
That's like the only reason.
But
Yeah.
doesn't he do well against Centaurus, or just the way the drafting works out? You never get to really think or draft that way to go against Centaurus with Bulwark. I think Bulwark's like amazing against Centaurus. No? Yes? True or false? I don't know.
There's a lot of monsters.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead. You're good.
There's a lot of monsters that bring so much on the table with like short cooldowns or crazy passives. But Bulwark, like sometimes he just sit there and do like nothing, you know? There's one match where Trokamu brought Bulwark into the perfect situation. I don't know if you guys remember.
It just
was like
never
the
got a
perfect
turn.
situation. It was like Antares, Diana, and Truffle Salad still figured out a way. Was it Truffle Salad? I don't know. His opponent still figured out a way to like endless CC him with Ethna and Shiho. So I don't know. Yeah, it's tough for Bulwark right now.
So it's just situational then, right? Because make it about when I had dinner with him, he was talking about Bulwark, and he's just saying like, I mean, when you can draft Bulwark, and he's just so good because his damage is so amazing. You know what I mean? The amount of damage that he does is great. Plus the heal makes it really strong, a very strong unit. I guess he really likes his Bulwark a lot. Has he been drafting it, or is he just talking about it of his booty hole there? Because he says he really likes Bulwark.
Yeah, but
Last
at the end of the day, it's if you don't have much resistance on him, it's still like a unit that could sit there and get CC'd the whole game, you know? So you could bring a AoE stripper or AoE immunity or just another monster versus like a Bulwark that just sits there and hit single targets, you know? Bulwark's good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good against Shiho, it's good against the new buffed unit. What's her name? The Dark Paladin. Leona. It's good against Josephine. It's good against Antares, right? And all those Diana. Amelia. We all know that. But yeah, it's still kind of situational in that.
How's the Leona battles? You guys fighting a bunch of those?
Oh, I fought one against Tomato. It's actually pretty good. I tried testing Daphnis in against it, Bulwark's in against it, and Nefty's in against it, and just trying it out.
And
You guys know if defense buff affects Leona's damage? Does it not?
it does. She scales on defense, right? I'm pretty certain.
Someone told
But
me
that's
that.
No, it's attack.
Just attack buff does.
Oh, well,
Is
it
that true?
inadvertently scales,
Yeah.
right? Because you get the defense into attack, which scales. But
Yeah, so
I think
defense buff
you
only
also
makes
do a little
it,
more. You do a little bit more damage if it's on defense too, right? No, there's no scaling additionally on with defense. If there isn't, I didn't know that then.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
defense
just
buff.
showcase like a Thompson get his ass kicked on stream someday.
We used to have to replay. Nice.
Isn't it at the beginning of the match that it balances the attack and defense?
Right. So there's
Yeah,
no.
right,
that's
yeah.
why I can't
Oblivion. Oblivion doesn't do anything
Yeah.
to it.
So defense buff doesn't make your deal more damage either. It
I'll
just
tell
makes
you
her
what,
tankier.
though,
Like
based on this
defense or attack
replay, I can
modifiers.
tell you that like bombs really, really hurt Leon.
Yeah, they don't build it on HP. That's why.
Oh, did you play this RTA match on a toaster?
Poster, like,
I'm just kidding. It's just lagging a little bit on the Discord.
oh, it's not lagging for me, so yeah.
Oh yeah, it's lagging on here.
I think it's because like there's like 5 cameras going on and like the Discord program and you're streaming. Yeah. But yeah, the Leona gameplay. I actually tried to bring in Daphnis to counter Leona, but it didn't get that far.
But I think we talked about it a little bit last week as well. I think if they just took away or reduced the increased damage that she gets while having a shield, I think she is okay. Yeah, definitely. still
Leona's
hard
not
to
going
deal
to get
with,
nerfed.
though.
She's here to stay. Like, they're not going to nerf her. She's like fine as it is, but like we're just going to have to figure out how to deal with her.
I think the best answer is Lauren. To deal with,
Really?
Leona.
Lauren.
Lauren!
Oh, true.
Well, most of my games get to 70% if I face a Leona because I can't land an armor break on that thing ever. So my way of killing it is either Shiho or Diana.
Hmm.
How about like Bulwark, El Shurian, like stuff like that? Do they?
Bulwark works, but I wouldn't say El Sharian works that well.
You know, it'd be
Like
a
theory
cool,
crafting it looks like it works,
I
right?
think a cool
'Cause-
debuff that they should apply more onto units that need buffs. Sometimes we get units that were like, oh, we want to make it so that it's not as OP, or let's make this unit a little bit stronger. Maybe a little bit more block debuff would be something nice to see on some of the units that are pertinent in RTA.
Yeah, that's pretty underrated.
Yeah, I think
Debuff.
block debuff is definitely underrated. You only can cleanse it, that's why, right? So, yeah, I think that's pretty big. And we don't see enough of block beneficials from units that can be used in, prime situations.
And like Covenant is also really good against Leona.
Oh, he goes
Not
through
only
that,
because
right?
of, yeah, his first skill goes through shields, and his third can just ignore defense.
Oh, I
So
see.
he has like 2 ways to counter.
What about, does Wooly Young go through that? I know she goes through invincibility. Does she go through shields as well? Or, no, Wooly Young.
Oh, Babo, maybe this is a secret, but I don't know if it's secret or not. But I can't figure out a comfortable speed for Covenant. 250 comfortable speed or slower?
I would like faster.
Like 260, but then you lack so much damage at 260.
How
I
much
mean,
damage can
250
you
is a
do?
pretty good range. But
Like,
260 would
you
be
just
like
have to hit a
ideal.
certain amount of damage, right? That you need to kill certain units that you're looking at killing. But how much can you hit at 250?
It has to at least outspeed a Fran or a Bird, right? And most Frans and Birds
Yeah.
are like 270, right? Or 260. So it's tough to get the Covenant up there.
And aren't
But
most
you also have to
friends-
think.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I kind of forgot what I was supposed to say.
Aren't most friends and verts decently tanky? Like the nice ones are like 30k or more. Like as long as you can hit 30k, then you're good, right? So you can just dump the rest into speed then.
Birds aren't tanky because they have to give. They need 100% crit rate, right? They're just you're just scared to hit it because of revenge.
Right.
But they're actually not tanky.
Hmm.
That's also another subject to talk about. Like the Summoner's War, the optimizer tells you like the HP efficiency, right?
Effective
so you
HP.
can see like, which monsters are actually really tanky and which monsters aren't, and that's another big help that optimizer provides.
Interesting. All right. Any other units you guys want to bring up that you would like to see?
Shazam, the
I think,
Bay,
Clara is-
Trinity.
Who's
Free to play
Shazam
game.
and who?
Clara?
Clara. Oh,
Or,
Clara.
third
buffing
skill is
Clara,
like Molong AoE strip stun now.
but not as consistent, right? From what I heard.
Do you like Clara? Is it good?
Fate
It
Man
says
loves
armor
Clara.
break, strip stun, solid. I guess like for a free play unit.
Oh,
my
Aurora
building.
Star, thank you for the host. I just saw you. If you guys don't know, she's kind of been streaming a lot more Summoners War lately. She's a variety streamer. Thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
What do you
We're
mean
doing
you
a
just
podcast today.
saw her?
What's me? I always look at the directory and see all the people that stream.
Oh.
I even check out people that are new streaming. Doesn't matter how many views you have. I just go in and I check it all. And
I'm a little insecure, sorry, because I want to hang out with you, but it didn't work out this weekend.
Nah, don't worry, dude. I actually wanted to hang out a second time with like Bacon Bud and some other people like Leisha and them, but they were just too far away. And you too, right? You went, right?
Yeah,
I wanted to go, but
we were waiting for you. Yeah.
by the time I finished, it was like 8 p.m. and then it was like a 45-minute Uber one way. So I was like, yeah. But I'll see you guys in a couple weeks, anyways, for America's Cup. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Any other units? You said any other units that are more like standard, I guess you could say, like Clara and whatnot, right? Not Shazam, right? Because obviously we know Roman has Shazam. I'd like to see it buff though, which I think they will. They will. Yeah.
Light Neostone Agent.
Oh yeah. That thing sucks.
So, like,
it's kind of bad.
Come to us, like when they like. I love them, hate them for the same reason, right? But when they release new units, they don't want to like so OP that like everybody has to like spend a bunch of money on. That's super awesome, super cool. But that also goes to say like some of the new Second Awakening units are really bad, right? And they could get buffed to a point where they're fun to play with. Like I know some of the War Bears or some of
They're just sitting
the
there.
Pixies are just like completely unusable, and people actually spend resources and time and Devilmons into them, right? Yeah. And if they want to make it,
right? And Guild Siege,
Yeah.
at least.
basically, but if they want to make it so that if they want to make it like that, that's okay. But make it so like if they want to make it that the unit's not so good, that's okay. But make it so skilling them is easier. You don't have to use Devilmons, you know? Then I don't care how good or bad they are, right?
Yeah, but thing is, I think they want like a lot of them to be bad, but a lot of them are strong. But it's almost like giving out N5s to everyone as options.
True. They're like
So that's why they want them to. Yeah.
I understand that, but if they're going to make it like that, you shouldn't make it so the people that want to play with those monsters have to invest like 7 Devilmons or 8 Devilmons or 10, you know, right?
True. I think if you want to use it at peak levels, though, like there's an echo by the way, Thompson. But if you want to use it at peak levels of RTA, yeah, I think you have to Devilmon it. But a lot of them actually don't require Devilmoning, right? Like it's just increased damage. It's not like that much more. So I don't think it's like a huge deal, I guess you could say. With
Is it better now? Is this their
test?
test?
It's a slight,
Echo?
a small echo. It's not as loud anymore, but there's a small.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I see what you're getting. They definitely should change them so they're more viable for either PvE content or some PvP. It doesn't have to be for RTA. I don't mind. It doesn't have to be for RTA, but more viable for the general
I mean,
population.
like
build.
they kind of knew. You kind of know, like they kind of knew they screwed up when the Second Awakening came out and they released packs with like 14 Devilmons. You know.
Yeah.
But are they going to release packs with 14 Devilmons like on the norm? No. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I still feel like if they're going to come out with bad monsters for you to play with, it shouldn't cost Devilmons. I don't know.
I mean, there's always gonna be bad unit.
Always.
Like,
Always.
yeah. So and people are gonna Devmon. They're like, okay, I'm not gonna say random N5s names now to offend people, but there's a lot of bad N5 still, and people Devmon them. So I don't think this is like a new issue.
True.
I'm just talking about it because we're talking about buffs and nerfs, and I feel like some of the Second Awakening monsters could get some tweaking. You know.
On top of that, though, what's interesting is since they didn't tweak them yet, aren't they releasing more soon? It said every 4 months, right? So I mean, like, what was it? 2 more months until we get 4 more, right? Or 5 more new Second Awakening units, right? We're speculating Hellhounds and Bearman and stuff like that, and so they're just gonna release more. So maybe instead of buffing them, they're just gonna release more units with more skill sets. I don't know, and just let those junk ones sit.
Scandalous. I mean, like they're the one that said like they want to bring back nostalgia and people use the monsters that are like they used to use, but it's not happening. It's not really happening.
I mean, some of them are like Ryok. I mean, they would manage to get
Some
some,
of
but not a big majority of them. Like Ryok is a lot of fun to get now, man. Yeah, a lot of fun. I mean, when you set up for it and you know you're gonna get a kill, man, you're just like, wow, so much value on this one unit right here.
There are a few Ryoki users, and I don't see any of them in SWC.
Yeah, true. It's fun, right?
Watch
It's
on,
nostalgia.
Watch on Saturday. Thompson.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I know you got a secret dog coming out, but
spoiler.
yeah,
Or is it a spoiler? Maybe Obolongo's trying to trick you. Oh.
Yeah, maybe I just want Thompson to watch, and then I'll actually win.
Well, Oblongo is also one of those players. He can make like bad things good, you know, and not a lot of players are like that, right? Like I can't make a lot of bad things.
I can make good things bad. I'm super talented at that.
I love this guy.
Yeah, everybody in the chat's like, oh shit, I'm in the same boat as Roman. Same boat?
I mean,
Yeah.
you make Jaeger good, you know. You make Jaeger good.
True. All right, we're gonna go into the last topic, which is kind of just like open discussion. Whatever you guys want. If you guys see something in chat you want to bring up, something you guys ever wanted to talk about, Rageki, if you have anything you ever wanted to ask the podcast or kind of discuss, feel free to throw it down.
Oh, back to buffs. They should buff the Cannon Girl family. Not even one of them is viable, I think, right? They're all pretty
Win
bad.
One now is a better damage dealer, but she's filling a role that is already very popular.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to say it, right? Damage dealers this is a huge population of damage dealers, so nothing special.
Buff who? Sorry, didn't
Cannon Girl family, which are the four star.
Didn't they just got buffed?
Yeah,
I
they
just
just buffed the
realized.
Christina.
They just buffed them.
Yeah, and it's still no one using them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not used yet. Maybe snipers as well, right? Would be of interest. The wind and the fire one, maybe light and dark. You want a little bit more oomph, so it's a little bit more fun toys. I'm not sure. Right? Light
I think
Cannon
their
Girl.
damage scaling's too low. That's why they're unusable.
So give them some
Yeah.
kind of ridiculously high damage scaling because they have low base defensive stats, right? So
Good.
massive damage scaling to see them potentially being used. I heard Bella is not bad though. Dark Cannon Girl. I heard it does pretty nutso damage, right? Or did I get the wrong information? Any of you guys
Yeah,
see it?
I know nothing about Bella.
Yeah, she has a high multiplier on her third. But
So does
like
I.
she's in the same boat as a lot of other like units. They only have like damage. They have nothing to their kits, and that's why they're not getting used.
I see.
Aha, I found one.
What?
is that?
Right, Geki.
Nice.
Right.
I found one.
What does it do?
I have one too.
It's so good. It destroys all your opponent's monsters on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Regeki
Wrath of
does.
God.
Definitely limited to 0.
No, Regeki's not a 0, is it? They took it. They brought it back.
Oh, they did right? I haven't
Yeah, they brought it back. It's been like the word destroy now is not nearly as good as it used to be.
Yeah, it's all the wording, I guess you could say. Your name was based on that card, right, Regeki?
Yeah.
I see. Is that actually an expensive one? Okay, apparently not.
This one, no. Not anymore.
If you guys don't know Rowan Fury, he likes Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's just say that. Yeah, there's a huge ass card right behind him too. I don't even know what card that is, but he's got a huge ass card.
Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight.
God damn, they're combining like all the units now in that game. It's so crazy.
I know. I was really excited when I got this card, actually. I got to frame it still.
Let's see. Anything else in the chat you guys wanted to bring up? Vela Jewel. I think Vela Jewel is still very solid, and you see him a lot. I mean, last season with Japanese Cleave, right? So I don't agree with Vela Jewel's kind of not being seen. It's definitely.
Wait, can we start this as the Regeki gang thing, by the way?
Oh,
Because it's the thing on the head.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
doesn't
go
sound
ahead.
catchy.
Shayna Martina. Yeah, we've talked about that in the past as well already. Lima, yeah. Why is Lima not anymore? I guess Lima kind of fell off because it was only an okay unit, and then it paired up good with Molong, and then Molong kind of fell off, so she kind of lost a little bit of viability as well. Because Baron used to use Lima a lot more too, right? I mean, we used to see it a lot more. DGP as well. So, yeah. Lima kind of fell
Thing
off
is-
a bit.
I kind of like Lima because she does a lot of things in one kit still. Like she's not the best at one thing, but she does a lot of things. Because you can either like choose to protect your whole team and cleanse everyone, or just strip the opponent's team, like every single one. So I think her kit is still pretty good.
What is it? It's a AoE cleanse with invincibility.
It was still a runner on Despair, right, Obama?
What did you
Despair.
say?
Despair Lima?
Yeah, Despair Lima I would say is the best.
That's the only Lima. Despair and Crit.
Yeah.
It's that nice despair set. It's like whether you put it on Ethna or onto Lima, it's that same set, right? Unless you have multiple. It's the same one that you put probably on Juno as well. It's that one set that you got.
But I think it's time for them to just do predicted future to 100%.
No way. It's a skill too, dude. It's a skill too.
It's time.
You just want above Juno.
I mean,
What makes you think it's time?
90%, like, it's the same thing. It's just annoying.
Yeah. It sucks where you know that 90% is the max you can get because you have to do a resistance check, right? So realistically, your probability is under 90% chance of landing a strip on a given target, right?
I have a few questions to ask. One of the questions is
Sure.
is Raigeki, not Raigeki, Obabo ready for his group stages? You know, it's coming up this weekend. How prepared? Is he nervous? You know, what's his mindset going into it?
Let's get into the mind. Yeah, into the mind. Yeah,
I mean, I was feeling very confident, but now when I've watched like all the other group stages, now I'm feeling like nervous.
It must
like everything
suck
can
to be the
happen.
last to go, right?
Yeah.
does give him more time to prepare as well, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But thing is, the others also get the same time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change too much.
True.
But like,
True.
especially seeing like last week's like American group, you have to feel a bit nervous after that one. With all the upsets.
I think the only way you could lose is like Antares procs or Diana procs, man. You got to watch out for those kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
and those happen. Those happen.
Yeah. That happened
good.
to us, so it might happen to you.
Yeah, I want to see you make it through, man. Yeah, I want to see you make it through.
I do too. Also, another question is for Roman Fury, my guildie here. How ready are you for Guild vs. Guild, brother?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Who is the guilds that are battling, and did you guys release who's playing yet?
We have not released who's playing yet.
Not
No.
really, but we know which guild we're playing against, and I was just wondering, like, what's his mindset coming into, this whole.
What makes you think I'm participating?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
No, it's only 2 guilds this time around, so it should be pretty fun. I think it'll be better formatted because last year it felt like GVG was the main event almost, and then we managed to drain all of Thompson's energy with the GVG, and then he got
I'm
on to the
disappointed this year
personals.
because I still want to be in GVG.
Yeah, so that's a stipulation is you can't do the final 8 as well as GVG. So
So
Thompson's
it's 2 guilds for America's Cup then.
It's 2, yeah.
Who it's what are the 2 guilds? You guys and who's the other guild?
Can we
Is it
say it?
Valley?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, is it illegal to say? Oh, say it.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I like controversy.
kinda no.
Yeah, say it.
Rugeki already said it, so
Oh
Right.
shit, can't say it. Oh shoot. Oh, you.
We could not, or we could not.
Well, this is we're saying what we speculate it to be because we don't know. You know. Yeah, we have no idea. Yeah. All right, we're in trouble now. Anyways.
Hey, I'm just guessing. No one told me.
True, actually, true. Yeah, you just fully guessed. That's true. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see the guild battles as well as America's Cup regular battle. Those are always
Yeah,
really
it's
fun,
fun.
right? We don't know all the details. Maybe they'll impose some fun rules and whatnot to see, because that's always kind of like the exhibition match, right? I think is the word for it. Exhibition match, right? So.
yeah, I'm guessing we'll go by the same rules of last year. I like those rules. The whole shared monster pool. You can't repick the same units. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Ah, right. Yeah, that'd be very nice to see.
It's a lot of extra thinking while you're doing it, but like I think at least once they had it last year where somebody picked and they're like, oh no, that was a monster that was already used and they had to redo it. I'm surprised it didn't happen more than that, to be honest.
Yeah, true. What is that?
Why do you have a decapitated Mickey?
That's a Tsum
It's
Tsum.
not a decapitated Mickey, man. It's a Tsum Tsum.
One of the worst Tsum Tsums in the game.
All right. So, what is your mentality going to Guild vs. Guild? Are you nervous? Do you have anything planned?
Me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guild you're playing has a lot of light pandas. How are you going to deal with it?
If, let's just say in theory, you were participating. I got
If
you.
in
A lot of
theory,
guilds
I was
all have light
participating.
pandas.
because we don't know the guilds yet, and then as well as the players that are going to be attending. I don't know if they've submitted their final roster or whatnot yet into the
Oh.
yeah.
If in theory I was participating, if we're even one of the guilds, which I guess we're one of the guilds we won last year, so we have to be. But Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It actually just embraces like one of my favorite aspects of the game, which is community. Like I don't think you can get more community based than are doing RTA with your guild, you know. So it's like a lot of, you know, I mean it's like, you know, huddled up in the hotel room the night before going over exactly what you're doing. Like I just think that's so exciting. I remember that from last year. I got to kind of help out, you know, I wasn't up on stage, but I did get to help out with like figuring things out. And I just love that. So honestly, I'm just excited for it. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. I think it's gonna get a lot of fun, and I'm sure we won't go with the seat of your pants thing, but we'll figure something out.
You guys were all uptight last year. I remember Thompson. Yeah, America's Cup last year. You guys are talking about the guilds and helping each other out. You're like, guys, yeah, we need to have a meeting now. Like they had scheduled meetings on certain time frames for like hours on end to prepare. Yeah, it was quite fun, quite interesting.
I was more prepared for the Guild vs. Guild than I was for my own singles. Like Guild vs. Guild was so fun, you know. It was so fun. I wish I could attend this year. I wish I could.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Last thing is, what do you guys think about this year's event? Because America's Cup this year is different from last year. Last year was a very big event, right? I think they had like 1,000 people or maybe more than that in an area. And it was like a big festival. There was a tent. There was, you know, activations, things going on, and plus the tournament going on, right? This year, it's a little bit more professional. Smaller event, though, probably several hundred inside the OGN Arena. What are your thoughts? Like, which do you kind of like better? I mean, obviously, we haven't experienced this year's yet, but from just
I just really want to do that inflatable obstacle course again. That was amazing.
They won't have that this year though.
So that was the best. I loved that.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I think it's like a kind of more towards what they're trying to do with the game, right? They're trying to take it to this. It's a full blown esport type thing. So you know, last year it was like you said, like the festival and the outdoors and this and that. Now we're in like an arena. Like this, I think it'll be pretty intense, but I think it'll be cool. I hope there's still some kind of like setup somewhere else, like not just the stage. I feel like there's got to be other places to hang out and mingle and chill and do some more fun social type things. I think as long as there's like extra things.
I don't know what the amount of people are going to be there is. I'm not sure if anybody in chat knows either, like the amount of people.
What the capped it at?
Yeah, it's probably be like 200-300 is my guess. Yeah, keep it kind of tight knit.
Tickets sold out.
What?
Yeah, the tickets were pretty limited.
Yeah,
sold out. I need tickets.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Wait, you didn't get
tickets?
My
friends can't go.
Oh. They were like $5 a ticket, I heard. But they made it like that because, dude, every time they do these free events, people sign up thinking they're going to get rewards. People sign up even though they think they might go or not. So they had to make it a $5 thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, they usually give some dank things for when you attend for free. So I can only imagine what you're going to get and the experience you're going to get for $5. Which is like, I got like a $20 pack. I don't know what that comes with, but it was like a $20 option, right? Oh, I didn't even know there was a $20 option, like a VIP kind of thing.
I think so. I don't know. I just see one being more expensive than the other, and in Summoner's War, that means you click the button and you pay.
Oh.
I don't know what it comes with.
Rageki, question: You don't need to buy tickets, right? You're just kind of like grandfathered in.
Well, I'm disqualified. I mean, I'm eliminated. I might have to buy a ticket.
No, but like, do they take care of you, or how does it work for you?
Sorry?
Like, did they take care of you, or how does it work?
Of what? Like,
never mind. Awkward moment.
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything because that was so awkward. It was so good. I love awkward moments.
Like, kind of, you're part of the community. You know, you should be grandfathered in or something. I don't know.
Maybe they invited him because he was a contestant.
Not sure the details here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think Rageki and Obolonga, you guys have never gone to an actual event before, right? Like an event?
Not outside of.
I was at an event earlier this year with Taki in Sweden.
Oh, was it?
It was
a
like
meetup thing?
Yeah, it was a meetup, and there was something between like Sweden and Korea's officials, and we were supposed to like put on a show. It was strange. So like I fought like BT and Taki fought Byunja, and there was like some sort of event.
Did you guys win?
Yeah, I won 3-0.
You beat BT and Byunja? Really?
Wow. Yeah, I cleaved BT actually.
Okay, all right.
Takesh won too, right? I watched it.
Wow, I didn't see
Taki
that.
won, but he got a bit lucky, I'm gonna say.
Oh, really?
But the fights are on YouTube.
It's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. That's the
Is
fun aspect of the game.
BT still in the tournament?
Nah,
No, he got
I think
kicked
he
out, right?
dropped out. Yeah, I got kicked
Yeah.
out.
He got kicked out. Anybody from last year still in? From that side?
I don't know. I didn't see Matsu make it too, and that's crazy because I'm a
Yeah.
Matsu fan. I'm a Matsu fan.
Yeah, after last year, man, though, that match, BT Matsu, Pog, dude.
Oh,
That's
Izaruya?
the match to beat. Like, in terms of,
Nico?
like, showmanship, that is the
Matsu's
match to
amazing.
beat. That set right there is the one to beat. Matsu's out, BT's out, Skit is out. Oh my god, who the hell is in for the Asia? Oh, you guys might get surprised then at the actual finals then from some of these players coming in. Or it might be a walk in the park, I don't know. Right?
Also,
I'm actually happy because
sorry, go.
yeah, like I saw the winner of the China qualifiers. Like they only send one person to the World Finals. I know that's Lest, if you guys know him.
I didn't see like do I just YouTube like China qualifiers because I didn't see
Look up the Summoners War channel. I think it has all the battle replays. There's like 2 Summoners War channels. There's like a Summoners War like something channel. There's like a couple of different channels, and it's on there.
So I think Tomato is out as well.
That's crazy.
Damn, dude. Hey,
Tomatoes
somebody.
so
Wait,
good.
B just said that the no Rune Rakuni boy won Korea. Is that true? Did he win the
What?
Korea Cup? Remember
Who's
that
that?
guy last year you guys did in the guild versus guild, and then he memed you guys by picking all the units that are counteracted by Tian Lang. He picked like Tian Lang with.
That guy is
Rakuni.
so good. He has like every Lion Dark Nat 5 in the game at his
Yeah.
disposal.
Did he actually make it through? I wasn't keeping up. I didn't remember
I
his name.
won't be
That's why.
surprised. I won't be surprised if he make it through. He has like all the monsters and he has decent runes. Good play.
Oh, he won Korea, B said. Oh, okay. That'd be interesting to see him. I'm pretty sure his Rakuni probably has runes now, but yeah, that was a meme. It's definitely a meme.
We were trying to like strategize against the Korean team, and like no one wanted to play against that guy. He had all the L&Ds, Young Hong, Tian Liang, and all that other crazy
The
shenanigans.
thing I enjoy watching the most is when you get the different regions battling each other, because the mentality. I mean, of course we know certain units are OP, right, and certain comps are OP, but it's just like certain combinations and the way they think in their picks and bans are different. The way they rune certain units are a little bit different, which is very exciting to see and watch. And that's what I'm looking forward to seeing the most. Which is
Yeah, like if you go on like God's Army, all the I think all the China or Japan has their Josephines on Will. Like everybody just like it's really cool. It is. I really like that too. And the Japan's bringing in Eladril to counter Daphnis. That's awesome. Really like all these little things. Yeah.
Okay, any last minute topics? We got a couple minutes left here. If there's anything you guys want to bring up or discuss before we finish off. All Junos in Japan are crit damage. True? Well, Sei Shizo says it, so I mean, he's got all the stats, so interesting. Crit damage Junos. I mean, yeah, usually when you have a Juno on the board, right? Is that your first target? No. So, I mean, it's definitely a candidate for crit damage if you got the rune efficiencies, but that's interesting. Alright. Because the skill ones hurt, man. Yeah, the skill ones hurt a lot from the Oracles. Underrated.
It doesn't hurt, but it cycles so many. The skill one occurs very often.
I mean, with defense,
Because
it
he
hurts.
gets 45%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think there was going to be a big balance patch before the tournament. I mean, I would like to see another one like the one we just had. Like something around the medium size. I don't want to see a full big revamp like what they did on some of the past ones this year. But I want to see one more, hopefully. But we'll have to
I
see.
like what
Someone
they
in the
did.
chat mentioned Bird nerf earlier. Do you think
okay.
Bird should get the Jean treatment on how Revenge should proc the passive?
Who?
Bird. So the revenge.
Because
does
I
the
think
passive.
that's what really decided Truffle Salad against Topa, right? Game 3? That Bird Revenge.
So there's been 2 discussions. There's been the discussion of that where Revenge will not proc that passive for Verd, and there's also been the discussion of when he does get attack bar increase, it doesn't give it to himself, which is a little bit smaller of a nerf, right? But he will not get the attack gauge himself, only his allies. So those are 2 things that have kind of been talked about in the past. I don't know if we could kind of brainstorm those 2 into something, but yeah. Does Verd need this nerf?
I would just prefer the Revenge one being removed because like that one feels unfair to play against.
Okay.
Meanwhile, like Bird not giving himself attack bar would be a bigger nerf.
Right.
The Revenge one's not getting removed. Like the Revenge one's one of the reasons why, like there's imagine someone's just gonna outspeed you with like Triton or Woundsa, right? The revenge one's like the only answer, the triple revenge one, right? But if you don't have the speed to
I feel like there's a lot of answers to stuff like that. You can even go like Fire Monkey, Leo.
There's Antares.
I don't think Verd should be the answer to those comps since he's like a cycling unit. So I don't see why he should also be able to like fill that role.
I think Verd is one of those cool things that Comptos try to do to give everybody like accessibility to do RTA more. And Verd is one of those like free-to-play monsters you could bring in for everyone to use to equal up the playing field. So that's kind of weird that they're going to nerf a monster that's equalizing the playing field. If you're going to nerf it, it's not going to be that crazy. It's like Fran, right?
Yeah, but like Jean was the same. Like Jean was fusible, and she got that nerf. And Verd is also fusible and in a 4.
Jean is still good, but it was the Verd buff that kind of nerfed her as well, right?
The Verd buff didn't do anything for Verd. Like Verd was always good.
I mean the Molong nerf. Cause
Yeah.
Oh, the Molong nerf. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think taking away the revenge, would be a big change. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess
don't
the
like
attack
that.
gauge one, the self attack gauge one, like something to think about as well is we don't want to nerf anything that's gonna affect PvE content for players using Verd effectively for PvE, right? So we gotta be very careful with that as well.
Like I said earlier, the only reason why Verds are good is because they're actually not tanky at all. But if it doesn't revenge, then it'll be really squishy. Everyone's just gonna target it and it's just gonna die. And there's no point of really bringing a Verd. And all the Verds will be on Will now, but still, like, I don't like that nerf at all. I would actually prefer them buffing the Second Awakening units. Also because I think everybody likes it when you bring in, like, a Rogue or a old monster or a Second Awakened monster. People are like, oh my god, that's so cool. And that's kind of cool, right?
Well, if they change the revenge thing, well, I think this is something I kind of knew from back in the day, but a lot of people compare revenge runes with nemesis runes. Would you say that people would rune their Verds on nemesis then? I heard nemesis is just a more consistent turn cycling, I guess you can say, while revenge is, a little bit more inconsistent, more variable. Yeah, would we see more Verds on nemesis then? Because ideally, nemesis is what, statistically gives you more turns in general, rather than making
nemesis,
revenge. Something like that.
Yeah, nemesis or will, you would see.
Which I don't think would be that bad. Nemesis Verd can still shake it up, man.
Yeah, like Nemesis Verd would be better against the heavy damage comps.
Yeah.
Because then you actually 100% like cut after a Perna hits you, or like Molong hits you, or whatever.
Yeah, because nothing's gonna kill you in one shot, dude. Like if somebody's killing your Verd in one shot with like anything, I mean, you drafted wrong, or there's something funky going on there, man. You should not get one shot on the Verd.
I mean, I like the revenge. It makes sense to me, but if you say Nemesis or Will is better, then we could go with that too. But yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
that's one
like
shot.
if he gets nerfed.
Yeah.
Like right now, revenge is the best.
Okay, cool. We had some great topics here today, guys. Appreciate you guys joining me on the podcast. Rageki, thanks for joining in. Obolongo, Thompson, Roman, as fun as always. Yeah, we had some great topics, great discussions. If you guys are watching the YouTube channel, as always, I'll say the same thing, right? Subscribe, leave that like, and leave a comment. I always check the previous weeks or the most recent podcasts for any suggestions. So even if you want to make a suggestion, just always go to the most recent podcast. Leave a comment below, and I usually check those out for future podcasts. So thank you guys so much for joining me. We had some great stuff and great discussions, and good luck to you, Obolongo, this weekend.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
and
luck, Obo.
excited to see what this weekend brings, and the America's Cup as well. See you guys on next week's podcast. Yeah, peace out, YouTube.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.